Hey, what is up guys? My name is James or MrFuryTheGreat, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a patch 6.1 rundown. I am the head coach for the Team Elcye team. I've been giving them stuff to pick, I've been giving them what to ban, and this new patch really changed the game a little bit, so I'm going to be doing a rundown, explaining it to you guys so you guys can improve your play. So this patch was the first patch of Season 6, of course. It introduced something huge, and that is dynamic queuing, where you can queue up with 4 friends and have 5-man queue, where you have a 95% chance to go against another 5's team, and if it's not 5's team, you can definitely tell because it's like really spotty, and you can tell the enemy team is not as prepared as you are. It's really competitive if it is 5-on-5, and it makes solo queue a lot more fun, but also a lot more frustrating. You can pick what roles you want, you can go against other players. If you want more, you can probably read up more on it, or I can also make another video explaining it if you guys would like that. So, let's go into the champions, what stuff really matters. Bard got changed where his meeps now have like a larger cone AoE, which is actually not a bad thing. Like, the meeps, it's kind of a quality of life thing. Bard's really not OP, Bard is really strong though, and something that gives an additional like cone range really can boost him up maybe. Maybe he'll have more like on-hit supporty builds, like where they'll get rallies for like AoE poke or something. You never know. It's also Brand coming in. There was a bug where if you were like blazed at all by his passive, the R would bounce on you infinitely. Like it would be instant double kills all the time. It was really annoying, and it got to the point where it was just really frustrating. So they toned that down. Now Brand is not like a pick ban champion. Caitlyn got changed where her headshots are just more fluid. It really just helps a lot with her being more of like not a buggy champion. Her headshot has longer range, so they make it where the empowered headshot is also like more fluid. It'll make Caitlyn like most likely maybe a top tier champion at some point. They fixed her auto Snapchat for like a hitbox bug. That's nothing huge. And now we're getting down to Fiddlesticks, which is huge because there's also something else that's buffing Fiddlesticks in this patch. So Fiddlesticks, his mana cost got reduced on his E, which is not huge, but it's something to give him some numbers. He's always had power in some way, so this might give him a buff or can actually be pretty viable. Gangplank got his passive ratio down and the duration increased. So basically the ratio's down, but the duration it will burn for a little bit longer. It's kind of like, it's not really a nerf, it's not really a buff, it's just something to really change it up a little bit. Jinx had some bug fixes, that's all. It's nothing huge, it's just where she would have rockets shooting everywhere. Her passive would proc like multiple times on inhibs, just weird buggy stuff. They just fixed that. Kalista, just some changes where her E can't get mana refund on 1 minion, you just have to hit 2 at a time, which is not a big deal. It just makes it a lot more, I guess, where she can't be as spammy. Kha'Zix got some changes, which is cool, but I haven't seen any more Kha'Zix. The thing that's frustrating about Kha'Zix is he's used to be a really strong assassin. Now he's kind of bottom tier. So they're going to make where his passive hits faster, his void spikes have a larger radius, and his leap has a longer base range to maybe make him stronger in the early game, but they're going to have to do a little bit more to make him more viable, but they're on the right track, definitely. LeBlanc, to give her some missile speed buffs. Missile speed is just the time it takes for a skill shot to travel. Some, like Jinx's rocket, travel really fast, and some, like Ash's arrow, kind of travel slow. Misfortunes, her passive ratio down, her E damage down. This is basically like a Thunderlords and a laning nerf. So her laning is going to be a little bit weaker, and running Thunderlords on her will also be a little bit weaker. Because you could max E and then always proc Thunderlords. It was really annoying and really OP. So they just toned that down and made MF like more of like a team fighting champion basically. So her lane will still be kind of easy, but her team fights will be more prevalent. Mordekaiser got some changes where he can basically solo lane more, which is kind of cool. His W can be casted on minions. His passive shield has like a longer decay rate, and his ultimate now gives one of Mordekaiser's bonus attack damage, which is really cool. And also they changed where the damage split is now less on the cast itself and then more over 10 seconds, which is a good thing with Deathfire Touch maybe. I'll have to look at the numbers on it, but maybe we'll see. Maybe Mordekaiser can come back into the meta. So Riven, they gave her a small buff just because her lane has already been a little bit weak because a lot of tanks have been coming back and a lot of damage carries have been coming back in the top lane. So people like Fiora maybe can lose trades to Riven actually. We'll see. Riven's never been really a problem to me. She's a solo queue stomping champion. She's a really strong champion once you learn a lot. So maybe in the future there will be more Riven buffs in the power, but maybe it won't be too much where she's insanely strong. Rumble got some quality of life changes, kind of. His collision is, like, his hitbox is smaller, and his flame spitter range is bigger, it's larger, and the tick rate's faster. So Deathfire Touch might be really good on Rumble now. The thing about Rumble is he's always been in a strong place. He's always been a viable top laner, like that has a lot of control. So maybe with the new AP changes and all this just lines up, maybe someone will find out a good way to play Rumble, and then it'll just spread like wildfire. We'll see. Rumble's always been kind of popular every season, so maybe he'll be popular this season. Maybe these changes can help that. Teemo got just a little bit of changes where his base attack damage is up, but now he can walk around in bushes and gain stealth, which is kind of cool, I guess. It's nothing huge. It's not going to make him overpowered, and his R just has a larger cast range on early levels. Trundle, here's the thing with Trundle. In patch 523, I think, 524, he was really strong. He was played support, jungle, top, like, that's a huge flex pick. So they did this to tone him down. Now he's not a strong top lane. He's still a good support, which is okay, and his R is just, it's not as spammy. Trundle's still a good pick, but he just didn't get gutted. He's still a strong pick, but there's stuff better than him, so it's okay. It's just kind of a change around. It's kind of a good thing. So at least they fixed the repel bug where your E, if you spammed E, you would just go up, land back down, so that's nice. Poppy got a thing where you can use your E and then also proc damage immediately after your heroic charge. I think it's bugged right now, but that's what their intention was. Fresh, just some visual bugs on Souls, and then some more bug fixes with Yasuo or Gottheimer. So minion changes came in, so they no longer like awkwardly pause in lanes, which is really annoying. So that's kind of a nice fix. And they'll no longer like acquire new targets. So if you ever ganked a lane, they would follow you for a while until you have to turn and kill them. And they'd also like when they came to the lane, they'd awkwardly focus other minions, so the wave would push awkwardly at first. So it was kind of weird. So this is the thing I'm talking about, Fiddlesticks. They took out Runeglaive, which Runeglaive was the sheen item for junglers, for AP junglers. So what they did is they made it upgrade out of Amplifying Tome and Aether Wisp, and it's just a small Luden's Echo. Like Runeglaive was a small Lichbane, this is a small Luden's Echo, so it makes a lot more AP junglers viable. This is what I'm talking about, Fiddlesticks. It's really strong on Fiddlesticks. It's a lot of AoE damage in team fights, it's a lot of AoE damage early. You don't have to have that botched thing where you get, should I get Runeglaive, should I not? This is a lot better for AP junglers as a whole, so I like the way they're going. They should have kept Runeglaive in the game, but that's for another day. So Smite, they made it where you can't smite and proc like Luden's Echo, smite and like get spell vamp and stuff off that. So that's just an easy change that they did. It just makes it where it's a summoner spell and not like a normal spell. So tier 2 jungle items, they just made it where they're just slightly, they're toned down, and then they get more mana regeneration. That's okay. Like that just makes it where you can recall and get something a little bit earlier. It's not huge. It's not a huge change. Just an okay change. Rift Herald damage is down, base damage, so people can actually solo it now. I've seen Fiddlestick solo it. I've seen Elise solo it. It's just Rift Herald's a buff they want to put in the game, so this is a way to do it. So the Razor, the Raptor buff just got a little change, so the trigger range is larger. No, it's smaller, just to better. Okay, so like if you could basically cheese the enemy jungler by warding that bush right beside Raptors all the time, so that makes it better. So basically they changed some trinkets around where you'll get more trinkets in the late game, which is good. The cooldown's lowered because Vision is a huge thing they're trying to force this season. False Sight alteration also got the cooldown up, which is good because it's really broken. They also changed elixirs where they can't be purchased they can be purchased now when you're dead. So like whenever you'd be in the late game, you'd buy the potion whenever you first get up, just to maybe get some damage off, or maybe not to get damage off at all. Jeez, what am I trying to say? You'd buy elixirs in the late game to get damage, but you'd have to wait till you spawn. You might forget it sometimes, so you just buy it whenever you're dead in those long spawn timers. So Eye of the Oasis, they changed it where its mana region's down, but its CDR is up, which is good. A lot of mana region items are really good. That's why Frost's Claim had a problem. So they're doing this just to make it more of a cooldown item and not like a super OP mana support item. Eye of the Watchers did the same thing, which is okay. Frost Queen's Claim, they made the slow duration where the ghosts, if they travel longer, they have more of a slow, which is good. It was just really OP prior patches. Sunfire Cape, I like this for tanks. Now they have more armor. That's good. It's up with Dead Man's Plate now, so now it's kind of like, what should I get? I like that a lot, so Sunfire Cape's actually a viable option now in top laners. Quinsu's, they made it because like you could attack 7 times with ranged champions, just a small minor fix. It's nothing huge. Phantom Dancer, they made it where you get more movement speed. or you get movement speed at all. They took out movement speed, I think, because of the dueling thing, and they made it, yeah, and the bonus movement speed thing. Yeah, it's kind of like Vayne passive was, where they would do less damage if they attack you and you get bonus movement speed towards them or near enemies. They buffed Static Shiv a little bit, so it's better for wave clear. Runaan's Hurricane got more move speed, which is cool. Like, Runaan's Hurricane is built on really long-range champions like Kog'Maw, Caitlyn, Jinx, so that's a good thing. Give them more movement speed, let them move around more. I like that. It's good for quality of life, like in general. That's a really good change. Give it more movement speed, so those slow, long-range carries can get around more. That's a really good change. Like, I love that change. It's minor, but it's huge. Rapid Fire Cannon, slightly less movement speed. Rapid Fire Cannon can be built on like melees. Like Rengar mainly is the only melee you'll get it on, and then every ranged ADC is getting it. So basically, that just makes it so it's not as strong. Lord Dormus and Mortal Reminder, both the Last Whisper upgraded items, both have more armor pen, which is good because bonus armor has been really OP. That's why Malphite has been a really huge pick, because bonus armor is really prioritized because the cost changes. So both of those can make for bonus armor pins, so you can get more damage on tanks. So if you're playing against Malphite or Rammus lately, it's been really painful. That makes it a lot easier. So Tiamat, the cost got cut down a little bit by 50 gold, which is not a huge thing. It builds into 2 items now that have really been like centric on some top laners. That's a good change. I like it. It's just 50 gold less. It's nothing huge. So Ravenous Hydra, because of the cost down on Tiamat, both get their costs down a little bit. Death Dance got a cool change, where now you get heal more, which makes this item kind of viable. I thought about it on some champions, but I haven't built anything yet. With the new AD Assassin item that's coming out, Death Stance might be a core AD item. Just watch out for that. So this mastery thing, they tried to keep masteries up to date with Thunderlord's Decree. If you have been playing League at all, it's been League of Thunderlords basically. Everyone's been getting Thunderlords. So Warlord's Bloodlust, now it's less healing early, but more later. So people like Yasuo and Tryndamere, late game will be monsters. I've seen Yasuo's and they've been messing up people just because of this mastery is back again. Which is okay. Like, I'm fine with it. It was just really bad last patch. So for battle, I've been using it again. It's really strong again, but it's mostly on melees, and it can work on ranged. But I would still recommend Thunderlord's Decree on ADCs. But you can try it out for yourself and see what you like. Deathfire Touch got ability power and attack damage ratios increased, which means that it can be viable on some AD champions. Looking at like Mordekaiser and people that do damage over time. So, like Shyvana, I think you get Deathfire Touch on her. I think you want to get Fervor of Battle on her, but we'll see. We'll see as it progresses, because as again, it's Season 6, the meta will progress, and people will tell you what to build and stuff, so just look on pro builds and champion.gg, or you guys, maybe I'll make some videos explaining what masteries are good on what champion. So Storm Raider Surge is a really cool thing, and I love it a lot. So, you get a damage window is longer. If you don't know what Storm Raider Surge is, if you do damage in 2.5 seconds equal to, I think it's 15% of their max health, you get it's like 20% of their max health, 25%. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. You do like a burst of, if you do a burst of damage, you get a large movement speed boost. But now you get slow resistance. So like Katarina can run this, get in there, do a bunch of damage, and then just run out super fast, which is really cool, and I like it a lot. It's a really good mastery for those assassins like Talon, Zed, and Katarina. It's a good thing. Precision, they just took precision down because running precision with Thunderlord's Decree was kind of outrageous with the damage, so tone that down, which is okay. Strength of the Ages made it where you get 6% of your max health when a nearby large monster or something dies, just so you have more sustain in late game, which is good in team fights and stuff, and in jungle fights, so maybe you can smite the golems or something, get some health that's needed. And they toned down Bond of Stone because it was getting people would take a lot of damage and stuff. So Tenacity changes, they made it where Amumu's R and Lulu's Whimsy could actually operate towards Tenacity. So here's some Howling Abyss changes no one really cares about, honestly. If you want, you can read it yourself. And then just some bug fixes. I guess these, you guys can read these, I'm not going to explain all of these. And then just talking about Challenge in Italy. So that's patch 6.1. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys would like me to maybe in the next one slow down a little bit in my talking or something. Just tell me what's wrong with my video. I will make it better next time. I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. If you have anything else you guys want me to talk about or cover over anything, like what's good in patch 6.1 or something, let me know. Let me know in the comments below. I'll have my Twitter, my YouTube channel itself, my Twitch stream, and everything down below. Hope you guys had a great day, and peace.